Hey everyone, and welcome to another Trials of Ascension video. I was actually just going to make this video kind of just me doing work on the game, but unfortunately the the program OBS just wasn't recording, so that ended pretty poorly. And by the time I had finished the video, what the feature I was actually doing was done. So I figured, well, might as well just turn this into a development update now. So here I am with a new development update for Trials of Ascension. So a couple of things I want to go over. First of all, people were complaining that they didn't know the controls or that they didn't know like how to attack or anything. Well, the good news is that there's now a tutorial manager, or well, tutorial manager for me, just a regular tutorial for you guys. In the top left, when you guys log in, you will see it right away. And I can actually show it off right now, honestly. Vegetation will of course not be spawned. I think I'm just going to set that precedent for all videos, that vegetation just isn't going to be spawned for any development video unless what I'm like talking about will be pertaining to the vegetation directly. Otherwise, yeah, you just won't see any because it just takes long to spawn for a video. And these videos are usually only like 10 to 20 minutes long, so there's no reason for like 5 of that to be taken up just spawning. Anyway, back to the tutorials. There's really not anything too complex with them. It's just you'll see in the top left of your corner that there will now be some helpful tips for you to figure out how to actually control your character and do certain things. It won't give you all the controls, but it should give you a nice head start onto what should be done. For example, the dragon now, actually I'm going to maximize this. Now it has an actual couple of tips up here. Press WASD to move. Press the tilde, I believe that's called, to switch into action or camera mode. Right mouse button to fire breath, and then left mouse button to attack. Not too complex, not too many tips either. I'm not gonna like give you like, oh, press inventory for I, or press I for inventory, or press K for skills. That one I'm just gonna let you guys discover. But for the basic stuff and for stuff that isn't done on its own, I'm not really sure how to say that, but for stuff that isn't intuitive, sorry, that's how you say it, then that one I'll probably put in the tutorials. There's only like 4 or 5 tips, I believe, but I'll be adding more. You'll also notice that there's actually a new village here now as well. This is one of the villages that I plan to implement. This isn't actually like a completed village, but it does show off like some of the prefabs and game objects and stuff that you'll be seeing in game. We got a lot of nice buildings, and then if you're a human, dragons are a bit too big, but if you're a human, you can actually just walk around this village and maybe enter some houses. And if you're a dragon and you fall in just like that, it's going to take you a bit to get out because this isn't meant for dragons. Like, I just kind of got stuck here. Hold on, let's see if I can get out. There we go. Anyway, a new village is now implemented, and I just forgot what I was going to say. Go figure. But anyway, new village, new tutorial, or tutorial tips, I'll say. There isn't exactly a tutorial actually, but I do plan on eventually implementing one. And I don't really think there's much else. Oh, wait. No, there is something else. You'll notice that there's also a terrain textures, more textures in. God, I cannot talk today. But you'll notice that there's now like a desert, grass. Obviously, there's no vegetation spawned or anything, but there are. We're edging towards actual biomes for Tervaris. We've got deserts over here. I'm not sure. Okay, we can't see that far. But there are actual icy mountains on the other side of the continent. So that's good to know. I'm not sure if anyone found it, but there is actually a boss just in the desert there, like where my mouse cursor is. You will find if you like fly for like 30 seconds in that direction, you will find that the boss is now up there. But it also has a lot of health, so you'll want to keep that in mind. You'll also notice that there's a yellowing on the screen right now. That is just because my hunger and thirst are really down right now. So let me give myself some apples here. Restore both my hunger and thirst, and then we'll actually explore a bit of the map here. Oh right, I forgot. There's no cooldown anymore. Sorry, I was waiting for the cooldown, but the cooldowns do now appear above the skills, and it wasn't appearing, so I was like, wait. But okay, so we're up on hunger, we're up on thirst. We are going to head to the desert now and show it off. I didn't plan on making this silent first flight. It's just it is a long continent. Or big continent. We're starting to see some of the desert now, and now we're in desert territory. So we only have to fly for like 30 seconds or less. It's really not that far. And it should be, there he is. He does have a lot of health this time. Before he had 100k, I've now upped it to 500k. Not sure if you'll be able to see that, but that does in fact say 500k, and he does drop some nice stuff. He also dropped a special item, so if you guys are testing and you kill the boss, someone's going to want to loot it, but it does have a really small chance. I think it's 5% to appear, but you'll get a really nice item. So you guys might want to test a bit. Speaking of testing, we do plan for the next test to be this Saturday. This time you will need an alpha pass to actually access the test, but simply back the Kickstarter, $25 or above USD. It's all in Canadian, so I guess that's 33 Canadian or above, and we'll automatically send you an alpha pass. And with that, just redeem it on the site and you'll be able to get into the test and be able to just test and see what's what in Trials of Ascension and how progress is coming along. I did notice though quite a few passes weren't redeemed, but there's not really much I can do about that. We're trying to like bring the servers up as much as we can with new features, and a weekend seems like a perfect time to do that. So, but if you guys can test or anything, then we still suggest you do so, because you can literally see the progress of Trials of Ascension and see what it's turning into and how everything is coming along. We've got innovations in, we've got a new village in, we've got new terrain in. Like, things are being fixed and implemented pretty much every day, and these are being reflected in the tests. So if you guys want to figure out or see, is it actually coming to life, or is it actually turning into what I want, then join these tests. And you'll be able to find out. Now, is there anything else? Let's check our inventory here. We don't really have anything notable there. Let's check crafting. Nothing notable there. We did optimize fauna, but that's not really new. That was in the last test as well. So if you guys want to start killing fauna, or if you guys are looking for fauna to kill, then it shouldn't be too hard now. Before, in the old test map, it would take like 5 to 10 minutes to find one. It really shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes now. If it does, then get your eyes checked. I don't know. I think it took me like 5 minutes, but then I did ask M Silver, who was also testing at the time, and she was like, oh yeah, I found fauna. I was like, okay, well then I guess I just suck for looking for it. But yeah, fauna's in, bosses in. We might, hold on. Sorry, my cat was going somewhere she shouldn't be. We might be implementing more bosses in the future. Oh crap, hold on. Let me just kill this. Gotta enter action mode here. There we go. Okay, ooh, we get a silver nugget. Nice. A bit of molting progress. Anyway, I just lost my train of thought. I think I was talking about the bosses. So we probably will be implementing more bosses in the future. There's only one boss right now, but I'm actually going to be planning for probably one boss per biome for a total of 6 bosses total, and maybe a couple wandering bosses. There shouldn't really be more than 20 total bosses on the map, I think, once everything is actually implemented. But there probably should be at least like 5 world bosses that you guys will be able to attack and see. We might also start implementing well, not anytime soon, but we might eventually implement world events where just maybe once a week or once a month or something, or once a certain time frame, we'll bring in an event and just spawn a huge boss with tons of health that gives like pretty much everyone loot and everything. So if you're looking for gold or something and you do like 1% damage to the boss, then you'll get 1% of the gold. Anyway, besides that, not really much else to talk about. We've been focusing on fixing some of the bugs that you guys reported. You guys did report quite a few bugs, and I was able to find some on my own the last weekend test, so that was nice. Database problem should, for the most part, be fixed. I think there's still one bug, maybe? Well, one known bug. There's probably a lot of unknown bugs. But there's still a few bugs, I think, but overall, the major ones are now fixed. For instance, dragons could not actually place their nests, and same with Ragnar and their webs, but now you can actually place them. Oh, someone did want to know about if we could actually store items in our nest yet. You cannot, but we are looking into that, and we've been working on a solution for that. You can't actually do it yet, but yeah, we are working on that. That's the start of it. It actually doesn't have anything in its inventory yet, but we are working on it. Basically, any feedback or any suggestions you guys have, it turns into something we need to work on. Otherwise, we fix more bugs and start implementing more into Traverse to make it a game that everyone wants to play. I didn't really have anything else to say after that, really. I just kind of started flying around, because flying around Traverse and just moving around as a dragon, still kind of fun, despite nothing spawned yet except fauna. So that's pretty good. And I'm hungry again. The food has the cooldown. Anyway, that's pretty much that for development update. We've got bug fixes, we've got new stuff implemented, we've got new stuff implemented on the map specifically, and we've got a new tutorial, and yeah, pretty much it. So hope you guys are liking the progress of Trials of Ascension. I'll see if I can do another video next week on future progress, and I probably should also update you guys on the Kickstarter as well. We are at 35%, and that's only with 21 backers, so it's actually doing pretty well considering everything. If you guys, I have talked to a couple of you regarding the Kickstarter though, and one thing I do want to mention is you guys like say, well, I paid hundreds of bucks or X amount of money, but I'm not getting like certain rewards or anything. Like I had one person complained that, well, I paid for lifetime access and access to all the races, and I want to point out that you only need to back now the $33 tier to get everything that you actually bargained for. You won't be getting the specific cosmetics that FC themselves are creating, but you will actually be getting most of it for free from that one Kickstarter tier. So take another look at the Kickstarter tiers and see what you would actually go for or pledge. And just kind of think about it a bit more, because yeah, I did talk to a few of you and I was a bit confused. I was like, wait, what? Like, I'm actually giving you guys kind of what you paid for, not the cosmetic. We'll be giving our own cosmetics, but in essence, I'm kind of giving you what you paid for. Not everything, of course, but we're doing the best we can. So take another look at that when possible. But if you guys can't or don't have the money or something, that's fine. We'll just probably be releasing the game then. Obviously not as top-notch as could be, but you'll be seeing the progress of Trials of Ascension as we release these videos and stuff. And then if Kickstarter does succeed, then yay for pretty much everyone. Everyone gets a game, and well, yeah, everyone gets a game. With that said, hope you guys enjoyed Kickstarter and this video, and hope you guys like where it's headed. Bye-bye.